To all of our local, our regional and our international viewers and listeners, a very warm welcome to another edition of the program Conversations with Zelisa, where we continue to inform, educate, empower and answer those unanswered questions. To all of our viewers on Synergy TV, all of our viewers on the Caribbean Showtime Television in Canada, all of our listeners on the new U975 FM Multicultural Radio, Facebook and YouTube, thank you so much for choosing us. Directing this morning and in Master Control, Akua George, we'd like to wish each and every one of you a fantastic day today. It's Friday. Happy Friday. I trust all is well. You're safe, you're happy, you're in good health, and you're having yourself a great day, reminding you life is what you make of it. It's Friday, the 20th of January, 2023. Can you believe it? We're already 20 days old. You see why I tell you the importance of time. Don't waste it. Don't procrastinate. Use your time in a constructive and wise way. Yeah? So, of course, if you're celebrating a birthday, happy birthday. If it's your anniversary, happy anniversary to you and yours. That's someone special. Let's quickly go to our quote for today that's coming to us with the kind compliments of ZMB Communications Limited. And it says, never mistake knowledge for wisdom. One helps you to make a living and the other helps you to make a life. I love this. Akua, thank you, because it's really true. Never mistake knowledge for wisdom. One helps you to make a living and the other helps you to make a life. Love it. It came to us with the kind compliments of ZMB Communications Limited. And before I introduce Master Eric this morning, I want to remind all of our listeners, all of our viewers, and tell you something that's extremely important, especially those of you here in Trinidad. The Debe Police Youth Club, they're inviting you to a domestic violence awareness session. It is tomorrow, that's Saturday the 21st, at the Debe High School from 2 to 3 p.m. Now, this will be hosted by a panel of experienced lawyers. If you are in a situation where there is violence or you know of it, please advise and work on it as soon as possible. It's free advice from a panel of learned lawyers that could help you, and it's all about domestic violence, all right? And it's important that I share this news as well. Let me say good morning to the management and staff of Master Eric. Our offices are located opposite Palmis Park in San Fernando and LP 78 Monroe Road in Cunupere. Telephone contact numbers are 354 4459 497 7226. I know it's at the bottom of your television screen, but for those that are listening on radio, I'm going to repeat it again. 354 4459 497 7226. Let's say Namaste, Sitaram, Assalamu Alaikum, Sairam, and a warm welcome to Master Eric.
Thank you, Zelisa, and also Sitaram, Assalamu Alaikum, Sairam. Good morning, everyone. You know, Zelisa, Friday, and traffic wasn't bad. Rain down south.
I know.
But, you know, I did experience something yesterday.
You did?
Oh, my gosh. I was doing some spiritual work.
Yeah.
Right, in a home. And the wind just, boom.
The wind?
I mean, super hard.
Yeah.
Rocked the house. Right?
Wow.
And rained for about 2 minutes.
Yeah.
But then my wife looked out the window.
Uh-huh.
She goes, oh my God.
Yeah.
You know the rainbow end was right in front of the house?
You notice, I've been seeing a lot of rainbows
But
recently.
it was right in front of the house,
Amazing.
in the property.
What an experience.
You know, and she goes, you think we should look for gold?
I think you should make
know,
a wish.
But You know, it's sometimes you'll witness something that nature brings.
Yes.
And it was beautiful. I mean, the rainbow was right there at the end.
You know, whenever I see a rainbow, I get excited. I always make a wish, you know. I always make a wish.
Well,
and
I
you know
didn't
what?
have
Those
time,
wishes
but
come
maybe
true.
I should have made a wish. But I already have my wish. I have my wife.
Oh,
you see that?
That's nice.
But, you know, all jokes aside, people need to take time out of their day just to appreciate
I know.
the beauty
True.
of the country, the world,
Yeah.
what God has gave us. You know, but we don't take that time. And it's a shame. And I love that quote that you just read because knowledge, going to school, get an education, talking to wise people. If you don't have the money for education, you know, get that knowledge, because knowledge in the long run, money can't buy it.
No.
Especially when you turn it into wisdom.
No.
And then experience that you have is also what builds it.
Correct.
You know, and this is what I want to talk about. I want to talk about little mini subjects today,
Sure.
right? If you don't mind. I'm seeing a lot of different things in the last month.
Really?
And what I talked about it probably a year ago. But Zelisa, what's hypocrisy?
Hypocrisy. Oh gosh, that's a heavy topic.
But
it's
we
a
have
real
to,
one, you
because
know. But
we're
let me
seeing
tell
it
you,
every
it's
day.
a real one. Yeah, you're correct. We see it every day.
Yeah.
And you see it, you know something. Oh
And
gosh.
then we're going to go into what is a lie.
You know something is that you're
Because
preaching today. Because the fact is,
I don't want to
sometimes-
preach,
No,
but
I mean what I'm saying is
get
that
people
it's
to
so
think.
solid. It's so solid. Because the fact is, sometimes you work in an environment and you give your all, but then you realize that you deal with people who are so hypocrite. Not just people that you work with, sometimes you and family members. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So what do you think it is? Just your idea. What is hypocrisy?
Hypocrisy to be is watching you in your face and smiling and talking to you and then backstabbing you in your back. You know, and I'll say it is as simple as that, because it's real and it's true.
Right.
And then, you know, somebody will tell you the world, or tell you, you know, they will talk to you very nice, but then they're bad-mouthing you, or they're saying things that are not true, or creating storms and creating confusions and problems. Or perhaps another form of hypocrisy is that you live a life, and I could use myself an example and other people who are in the media. So in front of a mic, or rather behind a mic and in front of a camera, you are this person, but in reality you are so far from the truth. So it's like I am preaching every day, eat healthy, but you know what? Every night I eat in pizza and chicken and
Or I
chips.
catch you at McDonald's.
Yeah, you follow
And
what
the
I'm
drive-thru.
You follow what I'm saying.
You know,
so you're
giving good examples.
And it's, at least that is my interpretation. I stand to be corrected, but that's what I think it is.
Right. Now, we're going to go into, because there's many, there's one definition, but there's many categories, like you were talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, and the one that I'm witnessing every day is, I tell you I'm going to do something,
Yeah.
but I do the opposite.
Yeah.
Okay, this is happening every day. Now my question is, it's not a crime, but is hypocrisy a sin?
That's a brilliant
Because
question that you're
isn't-
raising in our minds, because the fact is, there are many, especially women, Master Eric, and I think they relate because they think, you know, a woman to a woman, and they feel they could talk to someone, or they listen to the radio and they hear you and
Sometimes
they
that's your
relate.
worst enemy.
And let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Women will call and say, Zelisa, I don't know what to say, what to do, because my husband is cheating on me. Or my husband, and he's saying, no, nothing wrong, I'm not involved, but yet he involved with 3, 4, and playing games with not just one woman now, but many women. And I think that's the heights of hypocrisy.
And one thing that I'm very passionate about, and it's a bad passion, you know, what you're seeing, is if a spiritual leader is up preaching, or they're in a temple or a mosque or synagogue. And they're saying that you should live a certain way. But
Oh
then,
my gosh.
But then they're doing the opposite.
Master Eric, you're going to ruffle a lot of feathers
I
this
don't
morning.
care
But
because
I don't
it's the
care
truth.
either, and I
And
agree
the people
with you.
out here know it's the truth.
It's the truth. I know and I'm aware that there are many spiritual leaders who say they don't eat meat. And they eating meat.
Or
They don't drink alcohol and they're drinking alcohol. They are teaching people not to interfere with people's wives and not to have affairs. And they are interfering with people's children.
no, more than that. You know, we could really get into the depth of how bad this hypocrisy is. Let me just ask you a question. You've heard me, you've seen me do it before. When I had to do spiritual work on a female. Never does that female have to take her clothes off.
Yeah.
Okay, but we got them out there bathing them, rubbing their hands all over them. No. You know, you cannot do it. You cannot. My grandpa used to say something, and he wasn't educated. He had to leave work, leave school when he was 8 years old.
Yeah.
His father went in and said, you got to work the farm. So he didn't have the education, but he had common sense. And so my grandpa, we tried to get him to go to church.
Yeah.
And he said no.
He wouldn't go.
He wouldn't go.
Right.
And we said, Pappy, you need to go.
Yeah.
Right? And he says, why do I want to go when half the people in there is hypocrites? I want to pray in nature
Yeah.
where there's no negativity.
Yeah.
Right? But he says, I'm going to warn you. If they preach a certain subject more than twice a month, they're guilty of it themselves. And we're
What
like,
an observation.
we're like, Pappy,
Why we
why are you saying that?
Yeah.
Well, you know, it wasn't long after that.
Yeah.
Back then, Jimmy Swaggart
Yeah.
was a huge
Oh,
evangelist.
yeah.
And he kept preaching about adultery.
Correct.
What did he get charged for?
Yeah. Oh my
Adultery.
God, I know. What
And
a
then Jim
scandal.
Jim Baker
Yeah.
kept asking about, you know, money, bring more money into the church. Church needs more money. They got him for tax evasion.
Yeah.
You know, so was my grandpa stupid? You know, all I'm saying, no one's perfect. No one.
No one. Agree.
Okay.
I agree, and I stand by that as well.
But don't go to the extreme
Yeah.
of trying to rule people's lives and you're not doing it yourself.
Agree.
Do not make a promise you cannot keep.
True. Love
And
that.
if you had the intentions when you made that promise that you wasn't going to do it in the first place, then don't make the promise.
Better you say, I'll try. Better than make a commitment, you understand what I'm saying, or say, I promise. Say, look, I will try my best. You follow what I'm saying? Don't mislead people.
Right. And this is what I was saying 2 programs ago. Be yourself.
Yeah.
Don't go out of your limits to try to make favor to someone else. You're actually going to betray, you know, that trust.
Yeah.
Trust is a big thing.
Agreed.
Respect and trust. Now, one thing that I want to stress on is that some people, when they get in a position, whether it's spiritual, political, or company, business, whatever, they get in that position, right? Now their nose start hanging from the clouds because they think they're above everybody else. You're not. Now they demand respect
You don't demand
because of the
respect, no?
title.
You don't
But you
demand
can't.
respect.
You have to earn that respect.
You earn it. I agree. Couldn't
And
agree
I
with
want
you more
people
this
out
morning.
there just to understand, just be yourself.
Yeah.
People, you don't have to try to brag about your work. You don't have to try to make up stories to make people think that you're the best. Do you know by being humble and being calm, your work will advertise for you.
Ah, I love that.
You don't
It's
have to
true,
you
it's
don't have to
true.
have an ego.
Very true. Let's go to this break. Let me remind all of our listeners, all of our viewers, that there are two offices if you would like to visit Master Eric. They are located opposite Palmis Park in San Fernando and LP 78 Monroe Road in Kunupe. Telephone contact numbers are 354 4459 4977226. Let's take in these important messages. When we return, we continue our conversation with Master Eric. Stay with us.
The Untold Truth, every Friday at 6 p.m. The journey has just begun with Master Eric. Zelisa. A new kind of podcast getting to the root of hidden knowledge. You can join us on Facebook, Conversations with Zelisa, TT, and YouTube, Master Eric. Your journey has just begun.
The carnival season is upon us. Chutney Soca News, in collaboration with ZMB Communications Limited, is bringing the fun and excitement to you. We are throwing a studio party. Get ready for CSN Live. Live interviews, a live audience, live entertainment, and so much more. This and every Friday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Broadcasting live on Facebook on Chutney Soca News TT, U97.5 FM, Multicultural Radio, and ZMB Communications. You can also look out for the rebroadcast on YouTube on ZMB Communications Limited and Chutney Soca News every Monday at 8 p.m.
Super quality supermarket. Best quality and great prices. Get your fresh fruits, vegetables and meats. It's a one-stop shop for the most affordable groceries, baby items, kitchen supplies, bathroom accessories, car care supplies, pet food, toys and lots more, all at Super Quality Supermarket. Wide aisles, fully air-conditioned and secured parking. 3 locations nationwide: Couva Car Park, Couva, 98 Endeavour Road, Chagonas, and 47 Tissue Drive, Trincity. Super Quality Supermarket. Visit Agri Savers Limited, number 19 Orange Grove Trace, St. Augustine, for all your agriculture, livestock, pet, agri-equipment, hydroponics, cannabis, fishing tackle supplies, and much more. Open Monday to Friday 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturdays 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Contact 473-6074, 663-1094. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
I'm so caught up having a conversation with Master Eric. Welcome back to the program Conversations with Zelisa. All of our viewers on Synergy TV, all of our viewers on the Caribbean Showtime television in Canada, all of our listeners on the new U975 FM Multicultural Radio, Facebook and YouTube. Thank you so much for choosing us and, you know, allowing us to be part of your moments, to influence you in a positive way, add value, because really knowledge is power, you know. Our program this morning, coming to us with the kind compliments of Master Eric and his offices, are located opposite Palmis Park in San Fernando and LP 78 Monroe Road in Kunupe. Telephone contact numbers are 354-4459 4977226. Master Eric, welcome back.
Thank you. You know, and by the way, the conversations during break is productive.
Very productive and constructive.
What I was doing, she was asking, what is the Untold Truth going to talk about tonight? And all I'm going to say, it's something that the government's, not Trinidad, has kept under wrap for the last 40 years. I talked about it 5 years ago and nobody even listened. Now, evidence is
Yeah.
starting to come out.
Yeah.
So if you really want to know what they've been hiding, and they're trying to name it something else all over the world, tune in at 6 p.m. tonight on YouTube, Master Eric, YouTube, or Conversation with Zelisa, TT, on Facebook. It's something that you're really going to want to listen to. The next thing is, if you want to be in the live audience, please be there by 5:30 on the Monroe Road location.
Sure, and a gentle reminder, that's going to be from 6 to 7.
Correct.
And also we're hoping that it's going to be this evening from 6 to 7 live as well.
Right.
Because I'm getting great reviews. So many people are calling to tell me they love listening to the topic. It's real, and they really feel empowered by what Master Eric says. Yeah?
So, and also, if you want beginner's class in meditation, it's at the Monroe Road location this Sunday at 11 a.m. Again, Monroe Road exit, the Monroe Road location at 11 a.m. Sunday morning. So you should call today at 354-4459 and say that you want to register to come into the class.
Great.
The advanced class will be at 1 o'clock.
Oh, so you've got 2 classes, one at 11 for beginners, and then one at 11 for
Correct,
those
because
already.
you can't have them in the same
Great.
class.
Excellent, nice.
And
Yeah,
then we're going to
yeah.
start probably the next month having one in San Fernando.
Very nice.
So, but back to what we were talking
If
about.
you'll allow me to just read this,
Sure.
because one of our viewers sent this in, and it says, if we truly believe God is real, you cannot fool him. You destroy your trust and fail people. Time is coming for a church that is white as snow. I like this.
So I had this conversation with quite a few people different times this week.
Uh-huh.
People are complaining.
Okay.
They're complaining about where they go to worship.
Okay.
Right? Mm-hmm. And so I asked them, right? Mm-hmm. And they said they get a lot of talk, mm-hmm. little learning, mm-hmm. but they want big money. Mm-hmm. Mm. Right? Mm-hmm. And they don't see a balance.
Yeah.
And what they're getting by going to church or the temple or the mosque or the synagogue. Mm-hmm. I have to be fair. It's not just one.
It's not one. It's across the board.
So then, the next thing I'm going to bring up, this justifies why, especially in the big countries, the different faiths, different denominations and religions, mm-hmm. they're complaining that the participation has dropped by almost 50%. That was on the national news last month.
Yeah.
And they're asking why. Mm-hmm. Well, this is telling you why. Mm-hmm. You're focusing too much on the money. Mm-hmm. You're just preaching. You're not explaining, and you're not breaking it down, dissecting, to actually teach the people so they can learn. Actually bring the verses, not by just reading. Anybody can read it.
Agreed.
So it doesn't take a doctorate to
interpret it well. No. You're correct.
You need to actually break it down for people to learn so they can apply it to their life and try to walk a more righteous, path.
Another problem that I have, and I'll say it openly, I'm not going to mince words here. The fact is, I think it's okay if you work hard and you could afford to drive a high-end car or live in a luxury home or live a luxurious life. Let me make it clear that I don't think there's any problem in that. If you work hard, you, the individual, or you and your husband work hard, and you create things in order to live that lifestyle, and you're not dependent on anybody or being, you're taking that away from someone. But what worries me is when you see some of these religious leaders, when you look at the lifestyle that they're living and they're flaunting it on Facebook.
7
and
jets.
they're eating at the most expensive restaurants. They're driving the best cars.
Yep.
They're living the best life, and they're flaunting it on Facebook for everybody to see. But half of the people coming to the church or the temple or wherever, suffering. catching their tail, don't even have food, don't even know where the next dollar is coming from, and you are still stifling these people and taking from the poor to make your life luxurious. You see that?
Well, see,
God is real.
They're playing on words that's in the scriptures. But what they're not doing, they're not going over the full definition. They're saying that you're supposed to give 10% regardless, right? But there's not one tithing in the Bible. There's 4. And then they were designed for the 12 tribes of Israel back then, especially for the Levites. So in this day and age, they should only give what they can truly afford. Your family is your duty. In God's eyes, your duty is priority over anything, of making sure your people, your family is fed. They have shelter over their head, that, you know, they try to get an education if they can, right? That is the duty of the father and mother, right? Now, if you can afford and give some, like I said in other programs, if you don't have money, donate a little time.
Nice.
Help clean the church.
Yeah.
Mow the lawn of the church.
Nothing is wrong in that.
There's something you could do instead of giving money if you don't have the money.
Correct.
You know, there's different ways. So you don't have to give money. You could also give a little time and help. Maybe something needs painted. You paint it. But what I'm trying to get at, Zelisa, is there's worse penalties for religious leaders being a hypocrite than regular people.
Good.
Because they know.
Good.
They know
That's good.
what is truly
Master
right.
Eric, I have no problem if the temples or the mosques or the churches in a community say or ask people in their, you know, who comes there, right? They know, they identify an elderly person living alone and they say, this is what we need you all to do. Let's cook a Sunday meal, somebody donate something, or let's go clean up around the yard, or let's go help them. I have no problem in doing those things. Understand what I'm saying? Or you identify some families or poor children in the area and you want to ask them, let's put up and let's buy some books. Let's, you understand, in order to help this child monthly to go to school or help this family. I honestly don't see anything wrong in that. But you see, when you keep taking money from the poor people to help yourself,
it's wrong. Now, I want to go real quick before we go to break. You mentioned that if people work hard, right? And they accomplish, and they have a nice house,
I
they
don't see anything wrong
have a
with
nice
that.
car.
I don't see anything
No,
wrong with
there's
that.
nothing
I drive
wrong
a
with
nice
that.
car and I live in a nice house,
Hold
but
on.
I work for it.
Hold on. Hold on. But there's a catch.
Let's hear the catch.
There's a catch. My guru, when he taught me, he said there is nothing wrong with having nice things if you work for it.
Right.
But you can never be attached to it.
Okay, understood.
No attachment to materialistic things.
Okay.
If you had a nice, let's say a Bentley, but then you couldn't make your payment, and they take your Bentley. Okay, they took your Bentley. You're not attached to the Bentley. And it was your actions that made it lose, not the car. You know, this is where people are drifting.
Yeah.
Are we worshiping God first of everything? Or do we worship the mighty dollar?
True. Point taken.
Which one is more important
Yeah.
in our lives?
Agree.
We're really drifting, Zelisa. You know,
We're not prioritizing anymore. You see, that's the problem.
you know, and if people would just learn, when you wake up in the morning, take a deep breath. Enjoy, first of all, that you were able to take that breath when you woke up.
Right about that.
Okay? And start looking at the positive things in your day. Just don't dwell on the one bad thing that happened during your day. You know, thank God that you're alive. If you have God in your life, do you know things actually starts to flow?
I want to read this before we go to this, right? This person is saying, in a yajna, they're talking for an hour and a half, but they want, this is the pundit, the religious leader is asking for $1,000 per night. I think people should have the right to give what they could afford.
No, they're right.
Yeah.
You know, now,
Let me quickly go to this break. Our program today coming to us with the kind compliments of Master Eric. Offices are located opposite Palmis Park in San Fernando and LP 78 Monroe Road in Kunupe. Telephone contact numbers are 354-4459, 497-7226. You know, this program gives you the opportunity as well, not just to listen and to hear what we have to say, but you are also entitled to have an opinion. And if you have an opinion and you want to share it, you have a comment and you want to share it, you're welcome to do that. I want to let you know that. It's important. It goes both ways.
and go to your WhatsApp.
Yeah, you could just send me a WhatsApp message, 3847142, 3847142, and I will read it to Master Eric, and he will respond. Stay with us. Let's go to these messages.
The Untold Truth, every Friday at 6 p.m. The journey has just begun with Master Eric. Zelisa. A new kind of podcast getting to the root of hidden knowledge. You can join us on Facebook, Conversations with Zelisa, TT, and YouTube, Master Eric. Your journey has just begun.
On Saturday, 4th February, at the Center of Excellence in Macoya, features a beat of soca and chutney on one stage.
Rub on the menu, we not here to pick and choose.
I love choca with Ravi B and Karma,
Drinking fire water, sip on this clay and powder.
Raymond Ramnaroy and Dilly the Dan.
चांद जैसे मुखड़े पे बिंदिया सितारा.
Ding dong, ding dong. Sean Marshall, Irfan House, Rakesh Yankaran, the A-Team Band, Super Blue, Trinidad Killer, Temper, Iowa George, Nessa Preppy, Jadelle, and much more. General tickets, $300. VIP, all-inclusive tickets, $800. For more info, call 757-8265. Coolers in before 10 p.m. No glass bottles. Brought to you by the Massive Tank Productions in collaboration with Guardian Media.
I love choka.
Welcome to the Antediluvian Nature Center of Life Extension and Health Recovery. Coming from the Garden of Eden, the Antediluvian Nature Center brings to you breakthrough medicines and anti-aging technologies for all ailments and diseases in the body, nutritional therapies, naturopathic treatments, as we create opportunities of hope and celebrate longevity. And remember, the healing is from God.
This is Full 100, an all-natural herbal dietary supplement formulated exclusively for men. Our proprietary blend was designed with one goal in mind: to improve your overall health, rejuvenating your vitality, energy, strength, and libido. Want to be at your peak performance in everything you do? Then get Full 100. Fast-acting, long-lasting, with no side effects.
Oh my God.
Visit Agri Savers Limited, number 19 Orange Grove Trace, St. Augustine, for all your agriculture, livestock, pet, agri-equipment, hydroponics, cannabis, fishing tackle supplies, and much more. Open Monday to Friday 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturdays 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Contact 473-6074, 663-1094. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
Welcome back to the program Conversations with Zelisa. In conversation with Master Eric, and telephone contact numbers for offices for appointments 354-4459, 497-7226. Offices are located opposite Palmis Park in San Fernando and LP 78 Monroe Road in Cunupare. Welcome back, Master Eric.
Thank you. I don't want to get into how much somebody's making. They know what's right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I want people to have a conscience also. Now, if people, one thing that I want to bring up, and this is another thing that, you know, I want to ask a question. When there's a crime and somebody witnesses the crime, but you're too coward to either help stop it or you turn your head and walk away, aren't you an accessory to the crime?
I agree with that. You're just as guilty
for
encouraging it and allowing it and doing nothing about it.
So if people are seeing this happening, regardless of where you go,
Yeah.
you have the ability to stop it.
This person is saying, sometimes I feel the leaders put us in a place that we feel comfortable if we put some money that we can't afford in our mind. We may think they will expect more. That's how I feel. So to this viewer or listener, we understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
And you're entitled to your opinion, yeah?
No, it's true. You know, all I'm saying, does God sleep?
No.
Right. So God sees you in your everyday.
Every day.
So he knows what your financial status is.
Yes.
So if you go and you can only give a little amount, that preacher has no right to judge anyone. The Bible says thou shalt not judge. God already knows why you can only drop that much in.
Agree.
So don't be, you know, have a guilt trip put on you. You do what is right for you. Okay? Now I want to go to another little category, a little subject. Lie. Is lying right?
No.
What if people put a collar to the lie? What if somebody said, oh, that was just a little white lie? Right? So, is a white lie justified? Or if somebody wanted to know something, but you made up something because you didn't know, you don't want them to know what gift you got them or whatever, right? Just flat out say, just wait till your birthday. Don't say a white lie. Any color of a lie is wrong. Now, there are penalties for saying a lie. All you have to do is research it, people. It's all in the scriptures.
Master Eric,
Yeah.
someone sent me a message. It's a little off what you're talking.
Okay.
But I want you to respond to it because it means they are seeking help. They're disturbed and they're hurt.
Okay.
And it says, if you'll allow me, I have 2 sisters. I do everything for my mother, but she likes one of them. I only get to go by her if she has anything for me to do. But my sisters will get to go and spend time in her home, but not me. She's 89 years old. What do you say to this person, Master Eric? Because this person is clearly hurting and feels less than who she is or not appreciated in any way. And she feels as if, well, I'm doing everything and I'm not getting, you follow? I think this person is hurting and that's why they reached out.
Well, first of all, I would like for them to contact me.
Okay.
If they could. Because there's more deeper issues than that.
Okay.
There's some people, and it may be this person too, but I don't know all the facts. You don't give an answer unless you know all the facts. But yes, there are some families to where one of the siblings does everything. And the other ones, all they say is, why ain't this done? Why ain't that done? Okay, and they don't put no money towards it. They don't put no help towards it. It's almost like the Cinderella story.
True.
You know, and that would hurt someone.
Yeah.
You know, especially if the mother doesn't appreciate.
And favors another child.
Correct. Now, this is where I would like to sit down with this person
Okay.
and go over all the facts
Yeah.
and show her sometimes what she is accomplishing and she's not realizing it. She is doing her duty and she is also doing her spiritual duty,
Nice.
which her siblings are not.
Right.
So in the long run, she's gaining
Yeah.
for when she leaves here.
Nice. That's good advice. And I think it goes across the board to all of us, because sometimes we feel less appreciated and we feel we go out the extra. And you know, there are parents, and this is true. And I like to say this to people: you have 5 fingers, none are the same. And it's like your kids. None of your kids are going to be the same. But being a parent, you really have to be, you really have to not cross the line in terms of showing openly, thank God I
No,
have my
true.
one child, to favor one because of something. It's hard and it's difficult, but you really have to be able to control that.
You know, and I have to bring him up again. I bring him up a lot, my father.
Yeah.
Every time we'd hang up with our father,
Yeah.
we'd say, all right, Dad, love you. You know what he'd always say? I love each and every one of you kids. He would never say it direct.
Yeah.
He'd make sure everybody is equal.
Understand that I love you all.
Correct.
I like that. Yeah.
And he would always say, always remember, there's nothing more important in life than family. He always instilled that.
Nice.
But back to the lies.
Please.
There's no justification to lie.
No. No way.
None.
A lie is a lie. You can't cover that up.
Because lies is hypocrisy. Hypocrisy leads to backstabbing. You know, and it's just a domino effect.
You're right. You
And
say
exactly
one lie,
what we're doing.
and you have to create 10 others to continue.
And then, here's what happens. You can't keep track of all your lies.
Exactly.
So now you get caught,
No, you can't.
right? If you would have just been honest with people at the beginning, you know, why is it? Here's another problem that comes to me all the time, Zelisa.
Yeah.
Everybody goes to this person for them to get something done or to have them do something.
Yeah.
But they're too lazy to do it themselves. But they can't say no.
They take advantage, it's true.
But the person can't say no.
Yeah.
Because she's worried about what would they feel. Would they get
Yeah.
angry?
Yes.
But they don't have time to take care of their own things
Yeah.
or their own health.
And they take advantage. You're right.
And I told them in spirituality, one, we always need to take care of ourselves.
Yeah.
Health-wise,
Yeah.
everything else. The next thing is, never spiritually, never say no. You will not do that. Never say no spiritually. What you do, you say, I wish I could, but I have something else to do.
Master, give us an example. Give us an example of what you're explaining there.
All right, let's say somebody came to me,
Right.
and they always come to me every day. And they say, I would like you to drive me here. Can you drive me here? Right? But they don't pay. They don't do anything. And you do it a couple times because you know they had trouble.
Right.
But now they do have people that could drive them. But then they keep coming back to me asking me to drive them. Right? But I have other things I have to do.
Right.
This is a bad example, but I'm just
No, but
giving
it's a
you
good
one.
example because it's true. People take advantage of people who are vulnerable.
Right. So now they come back to me again, but I'm realizing what they're doing. But in spirituality, never say no. They come to me again, I would say, boy, I wish I could, but I have this to do.
I have this to do. Okay, understood. It's about...
You're not lying. You
Right.
have something to do.
do.
Number two, you know they have a ride.
Right.
Let them do it.
Okay.
It's time to take care of yourself. Get what you need done.
Yeah. I tell people it's
Okay.
important to love yourself first. That's not being selfish, because if you can't love yourself, you can't love anybody else. With that being said, let's go to this break. And our program
Quick.
coming to us with the kind compliments of Master Eric. Offices are located opposite Palmis Park in San Fernando and LP 78 Monroe Road in Cunupare. Telephone contact numbers are 354-4459 497-7226. Let me repeat that. 354-4459 497-7226. Let's go to these messages.
The Untold Truth, every Friday at 6 p.m. The journey has just begun with Master Eric. Zelisa. A new kind of podcast getting to the root of hidden knowledge. You can join us on Facebook, Conversations with Zelisa, TT, and YouTube, Master Eric. Your journey has just begun.
The carnival season is upon us. Chutney Soca News, in collaboration with ZMB Communications Limited, is bringing the fun and excitement to you. We are throwing a studio party. Get ready for CSN Live. Live interviews, a live audience, live entertainment, and so much more. This and every Friday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Broadcasting live on Facebook on Chutney Soca News TT, U97.5 FM, Multicultural Radio, and ZMB Communications. You can also look out for the rebroadcast on YouTube on ZMB Communications Limited and Chutney Soca News every Monday at 8 p.m.
Super quality supermarket. Best quality and great prices. Get your fresh fruits, vegetables and meats. It's a one-stop shop for the most affordable groceries, baby items, kitchen supplies, bathroom accessories, car care supplies, pet food, toys and lots more, all at Super Quality Supermarket. Wide aisles, fully air-conditioned and secured parking. 3 locations nationwide: Couva Car Park, Couva, 98 Endeavour Road, Chaguanas, and 47 Tissue Drive, Trincity. Super Quality Supermarket.
Welcome back to the program Conversations with Zelisa, in conversation with Master Eric. And of course, our program coming to us with the kind compliments of Master Eric. Offices are located opposite Palmis Park in San Fernando and LP 78 Monroe Road in Cunupare. Telephone contact numbers are 354-4459 497-7226. Welcome back, Master Eric. And someone from abroad is sending this message. I am watching your program and I'm very impressed with the knowledge you share. Well, to this person, thank you kindly. More importantly, thank you for choosing to spend your time with us. And as you know, knowledge is power. Have a great day. God bless. Please, Master Eric.
You know, so we're talking about people using you.
Yeah.
And that's sort of a classification of abuse. And I want people to start looking every day. If people work for you and they have a certain job spec, but then you're making them work extra hours, you're taking advantage of the people because they don't have much of an education, but you're not paying for all the extra hours. That's a form of abuse.
That is abuse and take
You know,
advantage of people. And you know
I'm
what?
seeing a lot of cases of this.
Master Eric, I will tell you something. And I think this is real. When you take advantage of people and you do what you just said you do, let me tell you something. They say this thing called karma, what goes around comes around. Whether you like it or not, somewhere along the line, you're going to have to pay for what you rob people, you know. I'm a firm believer in that, you know.
See, and then sometimes people say, why do they steal from me? Why do they do this to me? It's because of what you're doing to them.
What you do.
And now we do have some bad apples out there, but what I'm saying, why don't people just follow the simple guidelines in life?
Boy, why?
I mean, I cannot understand why they don't follow the simple things.
Agreed.
Isn't one of the simple rules is do unto others as you would want done to you? So
Agree.
would
I
you want
believe
somebody
in
else to
that.
make you work all them extra hours and only get that much money?
Yeah, you steal from people, you rob
You
people,
know-
you take advantage of people, it's coming right back. You lose it somewhere along the line.
You know-
God will deal with you.
What I was doing today, everyone, I was trying to make little inserts
And I like that, Master.
of what we're seeing coming in. These are problems that's
Ah.
coming in. Number 2, and I want to do a lecture in February, a 2-day lecture on this, because this is really bad. And I can accommodate up to 150 people in that lecture. Marriage, relationships. Where's the communication? 95%, Zelisa, of troubled marriages, there's a lack of communication, a lack of honesty between the two.
Agree.
And I want to go over that. What are the signs that could lead to divorce?
Oh my God, that would be great.
What to look for? How do you try to mend it?
Master Eric, when you're doing that, please let me know, because I would like to broadcast that on the radio station and on our YouTube channel, because that is great information.
I want to go over it. It's take 2 full days because it's a huge subject. Okay? But it's going to be so in detail that you're going to be, it'll seem like 2 hours per day.
Master Eric, you
That
know
it's
something?
lasting.
I'm happy that you've touched on that, because yesterday, on 2 different occasions, with 2 different people in conversation, on the same day, number 1, a young gentleman, professional, handsome, ambitious, successful, and he said to me, Z, it's really very difficult to find a good partner, a good genuine partner. Later on the same day, a mature lady who is married, divorced, and she said the same thing to me. Z, you know something, girl? I would like to find somebody really nice to grow older with, to complete me, because it's not nice being lonely. But you know what, Z? The hardest thing to find is an honest, kind, good person. And I endorse what they say.
No, and this is what I want to address. Because before you get to marriage, what is your selection process? What is it based on?
I want us to talk about this next
Is
time.
it just looks?
We need to talk about this.
Because you could be the most beautiful person in the world, but be the darkest inside.
Pretty face, bad character, you never.
Right. But my dad always said, I'm going back to my dad.
Which is good.
Every woman, no matter who she is beautiful.
I agree.
And
I like your dad.
Sometimes, just being you, just put a little makeup on. My dad always said, those who put a lot of makeup on is trying to hide something. And they're hiding their own beauty because of their own ego. You know, yes, take care of yourself. But just don't look at the outside to take care of. Also balance it and take care of yourself inside.
Correct.
Because true love and true beauty, my wife says it every day, comes from within.
It's a soul connection.
Correct.
I think.
Now, I want to talk about that too
Yeah.
in the lecture.
Nice.
What you think could be a soulmate may not be a soulmate.
I want us to talk about this as well. I think it's important.
You know, so these are things that what I'm doing, Zelisa, I'm curtailing our programs from what I'm seeing every week.
Yeah, yeah.
Because this is what people are wanting.
The
They're wanting
problems they're
explanation.
facing, the problems they're facing.
Correct. And, you know, I'm going to go this angle. On the untold truth, we're going depth
Yeah.
into issues. And this is what we're going into tonight. Some things that you wouldn't even dream about, what people are covering up, is going to be released tonight. But, Zelisa, what I'm trying to do, and you are during this program, we gave little inserts. But these are things we actually experience every day.
Yeah.
And how do we handle it?
And not just people. Let me tell you something. There are things I face as well that you are talking about. That
Well, I face it too.
We face it every day. And how do we deal? How do we cope? How do we, do not allow it to get, because it could really get the better of you and throw you off track. You know?
But the only way it can get the better of you is if you allow it.
Ah.
Calmness is power. Somebody that just flares up and yells and gets angry, that's weak. But if you can remain calm, that solution comes to you right away.
Yeah, but let me tell you something.
It's hard.
It's hard. It takes
takes
a
training.
lot, especially when you work hard
Yep.
and you're honest and you give your all, and people are deceitful. You cannot help. I mean, it takes a lot, maybe a lot of years,
So-
like how you invest. But let me tell you something. I tend to, there are things that I will think about and then say, or situations or whatever. But you see, when you cross the line and you mess with me, it makes me angry, especially when I know I give my all.
But the thing is,
especially when I know I give my all.
but the thing is,
And I'm
Zelisa,
talking on behalf of a lot of women out there.
but let me ask you something, Zelisa. Things that we experience every day that puts us on our edge, almost makes us lose it sometimes.
Yeah.
Isn't that training?
Isn't it?
Don't
Sorry?
you think sometimes God might put us in a position
To train us.
to train us, to
help
experience
us.
it,
Ah, good
so that we
point.
learn, so we wouldn't make that
I
mistake
love
again?
that point, because it's true.
Remember-
It's experiences that make us powerful and greater. We learn from it.
And wise.
And we grow from it.
And wise.
I love it.
Now, the reason I said that, a lot of your people look at it from one angle.
Yeah.
And they look at it from the negative angle.
Right.
But never look at everything from a negative. Look at it from the positive. And that's the positive that comes out of that. You know, but what I'm asking today is just take a little time, revert back during your day, and say, is there something I could have done a little different? Is there something I could have done a little better for others?
Yes.
Maybe not react the way I do? You know, every day we should try to improve a little bit.
Better. Yeah.
You should,
That's
don't
a
try to take a dive in the pool.
Master, that's great advice to end things off today. Good morning, Zelisa. Really love your program. It's so much interesting. Thanks to that viewer. Would like to know how to bring my angry family together. And this is
We could
something
do
we
that.
should talk about, Master Eric. And all these messages, unfortunately, I can't read them. But again, I want to thank you. I feel so comfortable with you. I think we talk about things that are relevant, that are real, that people are experiencing, and need to know how to deal and to cope. And I'm forever grateful.
And it's my pleasure. You know, I just love being here. And I love the comments we get back.
Yeah.
You know, and again, 6 o'clock tonight, The Untold Truth.
Check him out.
On YouTube.
I promise him from next week I'll be a little more obedient and try to be on the podcast. Our program came to us with the kind compliments of Master Eric. Offices are located opposite Palmis Park in San Fernando and LP 78 Monroe Road in Cunupare. Telephone contact numbers are 354-4459, 497-7226. Here's reminding you that with God, all things are possible.
Exactly.
Be kind, be courteous, be giving. respect the law of the land. Wear your mask, please, and sanitize. Be responsible. Thank you so much for choosing us. Do continue to stay with us. Great programming, U975 FM, Multicultural Radio. I am Zelisa Budu Singh Rupani. Thank you, thank you, thank you. God bless you.